shortage of dumb people doing really stupid things. Welcome to another edition of Idiotology with Lynch and Taco. 101.1 WJRR. Bunch of frickin' idiots.
All right, this hour brought to you by our Rock the Bank $1,000 cash giveaways. Those will be picking back up a little bit later this morning. 9:05 with us is when you'll get that first keyword of the morning to use at our website for a crack at $1,000.
And remember, the little trick is when you enter the keyword, if you do 5 different enters or one, because they happen 13 times today, answer your phone the next hour if it rings, just in case, you know.
That's how that's how the winners are contacted.
Yeah.
So
we want you to win that $1,000. It's up to you.
An 80-year-old cruise ship passenger passed away over the weekend after she signed up for an off-ship excursion on Australia's Great Barrier Reef.
Was she doing the four-wheelers?
No, it was some sort of hike. And the group went on shore as part of a Coral Expeditions cruise. She was traveling by herself, and part of the hike was up a steep portion of a trail on Lizard Island off Queensland's northern coast. It's on Saturday. She told the group that she wanted to stop and take a rest and she would catch up with them. And they continued on and completed their hike and got back on the boat and left.
Yeah, she took a real rest, right?
Without her.
Yeah, that rest turned into a rest.
Is there not a checklist for those who sign up for the excursions when you report back to the ship?
I think there is. I'm trying to think back to our last cruises.
You'll have no memories of that because of high levels of intoxication.
So I'm trying to think back to our last cruises, and I remember when I was running late, and remember we pulled in the cab that I yanked the e-brake on?
Oh, we remember, yes.
And we did, I think it was 1, 2, 3 360s. And, made it back. They weren't checking a list, though. No, I guess they don't. I mean, that's a lot of people to check for. If you're, an adult, isn't that on you? Especially if you're 80.
Yes.
That sucks.
Cruising by yourself at 80.
Yeah.
Just, probably signed up for the excursion, hoping to make some new friends.
Maybe prowling some dudes. She got the drink package. Gonna have some Mai Tais and get loose. That's just my thoughts.
Get loose?
Mm-hmm.
She's 80.
What are you getting at? Don't say dust. That's every time. No. Well, God, man, that stinks. Hey, on that note, I might add that we had a big meeting last week, and it looks like we may be one step closer to doing a cruise again with listeners.
You have this fantasy going in your head of that happening. The ship sailing once again.
I'm just telling you.
I'm just telling you, and this is not half full Pat Lynch, I'm just telling you to have tempered expectations on that happening.
I saw people in there say, we can handle the sponsorship on that so that it's, affordable for our listeners. I like it.
The body language I read from some individuals who would be involved in greenlighting such a cruise did not indicate the same enthusiasm as you might have come away with the impression
of. I think it's how you take things in. People, hopefully we're going on a cruise.
Lexington, Kentucky police were called to an Arby's location.
Ooh.
After a report of a fetus found inside the plumbing in the bathroom of the restaurant.
How could you go from something you love so... Oh, my God. So what's the... Oh.
The police responded and found no evidence of anything vaguely resembling a fetus, although you can probably draw your own conclusions as to what they did find evidence of in the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
was it a fatberg, or was it a roast melt or something? What is it, beef and cheese?
Art appreciation is in the eye of a beholder.
Well, thank God it's not a fetus.
Right.
That made everything way
that's
better.
The whole point here. Something else was mistaken, and yeah.
Wow. Poor next person that came into the bathroom after. I had one of those the other day. Not me. Where there was somebody that I was walking in just to, use a urinal, and somebody was in there, didn't give any Fs. I mean, Pat, one of those, I looked and I thought, don't make eye contact with the guy next to me at the urinal. And he looked at me and goes, oh my God. And then there's again and again.
Meanwhile, yesterday in Heidelberg, Mississippi...
For the record, it was not at an Arby's, at somewhere else where he may have had a hot dog special. Where you buy in bulk. And that person was going in bulk. I was peeing faster than I've ever peed in my life. Dear God. Pat, I'll just stop there. I know we're in safe harbor, but this harbor's like the one that our cruise ship will be in.
Sinking fast.
Yeah. Okay, so...
I think I'm going to sneeze.
I was wondering. Look up at the light. When he sneezes, it's usually 5 or 15. Okay. Look at the light just in case. Okay, good. So where are we at?
Lab monkeys from Tulane University yesterday.
Yeah, so what's the real story? Here it is. Wait. Get ready. That's 4. Oh, yeah. So what's the real story in these lab monkeys? People, as you said, were exaggerating stuff.
Lab monkey, truck carrying lab monkeys for Tulane University did overturn on Interstate 59 in Heidelberg, Mississippi yesterday at mile marker 117. 5 of these monkeys escaped. 4 of them were shot on site.
Because supposedly, and this is where this is where the exaggerations, they have leprosy.
They had no infectious characteristics whatsoever.
Don't you
fake news story spread that these were, monkeys that had been tested on with all sorts of, you name it. You've got this is zombie apocalypse mentality, and this is how these things happen.
Yeah. And I knew it when I heard it the first time. I heard some newscaster. I was walking by the TV. I go, I guarantee these aren't infected monkeys.
They were not.
Nope, just shot 4 monkeys.
They were not infected with anything, but they would have been if they made it to the lab. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, true.
So that just wanted to set the record straight on that.
So our takeaways from the morning: there was no fetus in the plumbing, and the monkeys did not have the monkey AIDS.
Monkeys, though, they were doomed either way there, man.
Yeah.
The rest of them were still on the truck, and I'm assuming were placed on another truck for their final destination of sorts.
I mean,
literally.
You don't feel as bad for lab rats.
Right.
But a little monkey?
Right.
I mean, they could be out there eating somebody's face off.
Lynch and Taco.